I even smoked. So yeah.
Nice. TDH. Just change it to TDH. Change this.
TD cakes. That sounds
Yeah.
cool. TD cakes.
TD Cakes. This date in history.
Dude, I might actually make. I might change my name to that. TD cakes.
TD Cakes. That's nice. We are live. Hello and welcome
Yes.
to This Date in History, aka TD Cakes. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application. Today in history, what happened today in history?
And historical calendar.
And the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music you're hearing, and anything else we add in throughout the show, check the underbar below. I am once again A.O. Xander.
And I am Senor Long de Santa Cruz Alejandro the Fifth.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Fancy. My pinky is really short. Anyway, on with the show. Today is Saturn's Day, also known as Saturday, February 5th, 2022. Starting off
Yeah.
in the year 62, an earthquake shook Pompeii, Italy. When did
I
Pompeii
wondered.
explode?
I wonder if that was that started the cataclysm of the volcano.
That's what I was just, no, it didn't happen in 1944. Uh, oh, when did Vesuvius explode? I searched for, when did Pompeii explode? Pompeii didn't blow up. 79 AD, so it was leading up to it. It was, what, why can't I math? 8, 7, 16 years?
Yep.
Yep, so 16 years. So that seems a little bit far away, but, we know
Well, it's
what
a
happened.
cataclysm. Yeah.
Yeah. Your turn.
Okay. Yeah. Oh shit. I'm not even on script.
Oof.
Hold up. Quick.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll take.
Okay. No, I got it.
Okay.
I got it. In 756, an Russian leader of the revolt against the Tang dynasty declared himself emperor and established the state of the Yan.
Yeah, so he just straight up seceded. It's like, oh, this is my land now. Pretoria.
I know. Yep. Pretty much.
Or not Pretoria, Pretoria. Moving on up to 789, Idris I reached Volubilis and found the Idrisis dynasty, marking the secession of Monaco from the Abbasid Caliphate and founding the first Moroccan state. Cool.
Cool. Also, 1576, Henry of Navarre abjured Catholicism at Tours and rejoiced the Protestant forces in the French Wars of Religion. Wow.
Interesting. Moving on
Yes,
up.
indeed.
Sorry.
Yeah, indeed it is.
Yeah. Moving on to 1597, a group of early Japanese Christians were murdered by the new government of Japan for being seen as a threat to Japanese society. You know,
Damn.
like when you really look at it, like yeah, uh, every culture throughout all of history, is xenophobic, has been xenophobic, but modern day Asia, they're still back in like the 1400s. When you look at things, um, but because like yeah, I remember in the year 1900, the Empress of China, this is before the CCP and all that stuff, she ordered the extermination of all Westerners. Like hundreds of people were murdered, men, women, children. Missionaries. Like nobody was off the table. If you weren't Chinese, you were dead. And
Yeah.
so that's just part of their culture. They just hate outsiders. So
Mm-hmm. Also, in 1649, Charles Stuart, the son of King Charles I, was declared King Charles II of England and Scotland by the Scottish Parliament.
now that was intriguing. Like aren't the Scots wanting to be like separate? So how do they have the authority to who's king over their own oppressors? You know?
Eventually, they have their own little civil war. It fails,
Yeah,
William Wallace dies.
yeah. Well, he became a martyr.
Yes, he
Like,
did.
yeah. I still got to see Braveheart. I've never seen it.
What, you never saw Braveheart?
I
Oh my
keep saying
God,
I'm uncultured as fuck. Like, I have
you
not seen all.
gotta. Braveheart is one of them shows you gotta watch.
I got it. Moving on up to 1777, South Carolina became the second state to ratify the Articles of Confederation.
Okay, wow, whoa. Okay. Also, in 1782, Spanish defeat British forces and capture Minorca.
Minorca. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Spanish defeated the British.
Yep.
1 year later, in 1783, in Calabria, a sequence of strong earthquakes began.
Ooh,
Hmm.
that is never good.
No.
Also, in 1807, HMS Billingham and HMS Java disappeared off the coast of Rodrigues.
Yeah, Rodriguez. Yeah. Where is Rodriguez? Where
How
is
how did
Rodriguez?
how do two ships disappear? I'm guessing the Bermuda.
That's what
Um,
I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure that out. 1761. Okay, let's see here. Um, well, well, I have World War II warships, but this is way before that. Uh, this is going to require some digging, um,
yes, it's
which we have plenty of time. So let's dig a little bit here. Um,
Nuke.
Loss. Here, blah blah blah. Forget capture the Dutch, the two-party company. That's not telling me. Um, it's not telling me anything about Rodriguez. Oh, wait. Presumed to have foundered somewhere off Madagascar. So, uh, country of, Rod. I know I spelled that horribly. Rodriguez? No, not Johnny
Yeah.
Rodriguez. Okay, we're not going to figure this out. Oh, anyway. Let's move on up to 1810. During the Peninsular War, the siege of Cadiz began.
Damn. Damn. Also, 8 years later, 1818, Jean Baptiste Bernadotte ascended to the throne of Sweden and Norway.
Cool.
Yeah, both Sweden and Norway.
Yeah. 31 years later? Is that right? Or 21? 21?
Looks like 21.
21 years later in 1849, the University of Wisconsin Madison's first class met at Madison Female Academy.
No, 31.
31. Okay, I was right. At first, at least.
Yeah, it's awesome. University of Wisconsin's first class. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Also, in 1852, the new Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia, currently one of the largest and oldest museums on Earth, opened to the public in
Nice.
1852.
I'm looking
Yeah,
it up for images here. Oh, wow. That's a big
I bet
museum.
it's beautiful.
Look at the size of that thing.
That's what she said.
Are you seeing it on my stream?
Yes, I am. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, it's beautiful.
yeah. It has this big old statue out here. I'd like to visit this. This looks amazing. The interior, man, like, man, we've lost so much skill in architecture by just going to commercially streamlined pop buildings up, as fast as and as efficiently as possible. We've taken a lot of the humanity and the soul out of, you know, like how people make buildings, like We still try. We have all that modern architecture, like the Burj Khalifa and the One World Trade Center, but I don't think we're ever gonna get back to the point of making anything as elaborate as this. You know.
And don't forget about the that big metal thing in L.A., the music center.
The concert hall that melts
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move on up to 1859. Alexandru Ion Cuza, Prince of Moldavia, was elected as Prince of Wallachia, joining the two principalities as a personal union called the United Principalities, becoming an autonomous region within the Ottoman Empire, which would later usher in the birth of the modern Romanian state.
Yep.
And this next one ties right into it for you.
And Moldavia and Wallachia form really united to create the Romania United Principality. Wow.
Yeah, but in what year?
1862.
3 years
Wow.
later.
Yep, 3 years later.
Yeah. In 1869, the largest alluvial gold nugget in history, the Welcome Stranger, was found in Mollygull, Victoria, Australia.
Yeah, that thing is big.
Is that bigger than the one at the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas? Oh, yes, it
I don't
is.
know.
Jesus.
Wait,
Wait, no, that. I thought that's what it was next to a human. Like, okay, this is still pretty big. That's a big Golden Nugget. But, let's see here. Golden Nugget, Las Vegas. Nugget. Oh, that's not. Here it is. I've seen.
damn, that's
Yeah, I've seen this. I actually, in my 21st birthday, I stayed at the Golden Nugget. Um, and I have a picture of my friends and I at the time standing next to this. They have this, like, on display. You can, like, look at it. It's huge. Solid gold. What happened in 1885?
in 1885. King Leopold II of Belgium established the Congo as a personal possession.
Uh, I was thinking about this, yeah, a lot of like Europeans like really screwed with Africa, and like modern day, like hundreds of years later, there's still, the
Mm,
consequences of those actions are still echoing through, and nothing's gonna probably be solved for another 1,000 years.
I know. Look at what they did, though. They took everything.
They're still doing it. Like the whole diamond industry, like if you're watching
Yep.
this, like look into the beers Ponzi scheme.
Hmm.
Diamonds are actually one of the most common things on this planet. It's only the aspect of artificial scarcity. They hold back what they release every year to artificially create the price. It has nothing to do with scarcity at all.
I
And
believe it. I believe it.
well, no, that was actually proven because there's something involving like the Beers in Russia. Like De Beers was threatening Russia, and then Russia actually they found this huge diamond mine, and they threatened to flood the world market and completely destroy them if they kept fucking with them. So the De Beers backed off. Yeah, there's a whole thing. Um, Moving on up to 1901, J.P. Morgan formed his $1 billion steel company, having bought some of John D. Rockefeller's iron mines and Andrew Carnegie's entire steel business.
Damn.
Damn.
J.P. Morgan always.
And I think I remember, like, because I've seen programs and shows and such about like the men who build America and all that stuff. They talk about J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, Carnegie, and all that stuff. And I think Carnegie actually like he said, "Oh, I'll sell you my entire business for $1 billion," and then he wrote him a check right there and bought it. It was kind of it was yeah crazy.
Yeah, man. Also, in 1905, in Mexico, the General Hospital of Mexico was inaugurated. starting with four basic specialties.
And I'm wondering what they were. Hospital of Mexico. Opening, opening specialties. Let's see here. Let's check out their wiki here. Um, Simon opening. There were 600 beds, in which 18 pavilions and 4 basic specialties. It's not going to tell us, it looks like. Um, but yeah, if you want to look into the uh, General Hospital of Mexico, it's not that long of a wiki. And I don't think I need to post a link. Something evil is in my eye and I can't get it out. Um, but yeah, anyway, let's move up a bit. In 1907, Belgian chemist Leo Baekeland announced the creation of Bakelite, the world's first synthetic plastic.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Also, ooh, cool. Also in 1913, Greek military aviators Michael Mortis and Australist Mor- Moralitis performed the first naval air mission in history with the Fairman MF-7 hydroplane.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's always cool to see.
Airplanes flying over the ocean.
Yep. Hell yeah, it's
But
awesome.
did you know there's more airplanes in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, think about that.
It's, there,
Moving on up to 1917, the current Constitution of Mexico was adopted, establishing a federal republic with powers separated into independent executive, legislative, and judicial branches. Sounds a lot like us.
and guess what today, children? He just said the three branches of the government.
Oh,
Just to let you know.
yeah. Yeah, now
Guess
there's
who
what?
can't say that? AOC.
Oh, man. Yeah, wait, what did she
Wow.
say? There's 4 or something?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
technically
she
there
couldn't name.
is. The media is the 4th branch.
Well, okay.
Mr. Lunk?
Yeah. Also in 1918, the Congress of the United States passed the Immigration Act of 1917 over President Woodrow Wilson's veto.
And if I remember correctly, I think that's the one that was going on about literacy, or the lack thereof,
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
immigrants.
literally.
Yeah. But yeah, no, back then, well, like, even back then the president really didn't have power. So people, like, they're so, like, yeah, Biden did a lot of executive orders, but when you really peel back, the facade, you'll see it's not Biden doing anything. He's just a figurehead. Figure it out. Open your eyes. You know? So was Trump. So was Bush. So was Obama. Like, they've all been, a face to something that they have no power or control over. No. Anyway, 1918 as well, Stephen W. Thompson shot down a German airplane during the First World War, marking the first ever aerial victory for the U.S. military.
I know who he shot down.
Who?
He shot down the Red Baron.
Really?
I'm guessing
No
because the
way.
plane got because that's how he got down. He got shot by a Lewis gun.
You know what? You might be right. Uh, Cedric Popkin? No, Stephen. I'm not seeing Stephen Thompson's. It's a
Yeah.
Lewis gun.
Well, I was right about one thing. A Lewis gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Lewis gun took down the Red Baron.
It looks like something else happened in the same year.
Yeah. Also in 1918, the SS Tuscan was torpedoed off the coast of Ireland, becoming the first ship carrying U.S. troops to Europe for the war effort to be torpedoed and sunk.
Yeah. 1 year after that, in the year 1919, Charlie Chaplin, Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks, and D.W. Griffiths launched the United Artists. Or just United Artists.
Damn,
Yeah.
Charlie Chap. I saw one of his movies.
Yeah, I want to see the Dictator, like the original, like the one where he portrayed. Wait, was that Charlie Chaplin who portrayed himself as Hitler, or was that somebody
Yes,
else?
that was him.
Yeah,
That was
okay,
Charlie Chaplin.
yeah. And he naturally has that little mustache, just as his character. Hitler took a good thing and made a bad thing. Well, he did it twice with the swastika too, and with a lot of other things, you know.
Yep.
Lunk?
Yes. Also in 1924, the Royal Greenwich Observation began broadcasting the early time signals known as the Greenwich Times signal.
Yep,
Ooh,
that's what time is based off of. Time zones and all that stuff. Um,
yeah.
you know, that's why we stream at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. There's
And I
yeah,
at 7 Central.
yep. 1933, a mutiny occurred on the Royal Netherlands Navy warship HNLMS 7 Provinciën off the coast of Sumatra in the Dutch East Indies.
Well,
So that's not good during wartime. Actually, no, that's not wartime. Never mind. Well, still, a mutiny on a Navy ship is not good.
okay. In 1939, Generalissimo Francisco Franco became the 68th Cordillero de España, or leader of Spain. He would go on to be known as a dictator.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Spain had a civil war leading right up to and a little into the Second World War, and for the most part, like they held back because they were still trying to rebuild. But Francisco Franco was an awful person, I believe.
Man, when I think of Generalissimo, I don't think of him. I think of Roger from American Dad.
Huh. Francisco Franco. Um, yeah. Uh, Francisco Franco Bahamonde was a Spanish general who led the nationalist forces in overthrowing the Second Spanish Republic during the Spanish Civil War and thereafter ruled over Spain from 1939 to 1975 as a dictator, assuming the title Caudillo. So yeah, he led a revolution. He took over the country, and then he was a dictator. So that's this is when it happened. Moving on up to 1945, during World War II, General Douglas MacArthur returned to Manila.
Damn. Also, 1958, Gamal Abdel Nasser was nominated to be the first president of the United Arab Republic.
That makes me wonder, like, he was nominated, but did he become it? Yes, he did. So, he became the first president of the United Arab Republic, too. Cool. Also, 1958, the Tybee bomb, a hydrogen bomb, was lost by the U.S. Air Force off the coast of Savannah, Georgia. It has yet to be recovered. Yeah, we spoke about this earlier. We've said this multiple times on the show, too, that um, there's, 13 unaccounted for nuclear bombs that we know of?
Yep.
Yeah, here we go. How many unaccounted nuclear weapons? Uh, wow. Never mind. There was 32. I
Shit!
I was way wrong. I kept thinking it was 13. Holy shit, I was a low number. That's not good. Broken arrows. A broken arrow is defined as an unexpected event involving nuclear weapons that result in the accidental launching, firing, detonating, theft, or loss of the weapon. Oh, to date, 6 nuclear weapons have been lost and never recovered. So never mind. So there's 6. So I was at the high side. Never mind. But there have been accidents. There's been 32 accidents involving nuclear weapons, in which they could have, blown up. But in total, there's currently 6, as far as what the wiki here says, or Atomic Archive says. That's still not good.
Yeah. Damn. Also, in 1962, French President Charles de Gaulle called for Algeria to be granted independence.
You know, Can Charles de Gaulle like lower his awesomeness? It's currently at a 47. We need it down to a 3. This man is just so badass politically. Granting freedoms, granting independence, leading his fallen nation during the Second World War, and being the driving force of their victory. Oh my God, this guy was awesome.
Yeah, also in 1963, the European Court of Justice ruling in Van der Ginloons versus Netherlands administrate the Bell-Tassin established the principle of direct effect, one of the most important, if not the most important, decisions in the development of the European Union law.
Now, in European Union law, direct effect is a principle that Union law may, if appropriately framed, confer rights on individuals which the courts of member states of the European Union are bound to recognize and enforce. Direct effect is not explicitly stated in any of the EU treaties. So that's cool.
Yes, it is.
Moving on up to 1971, astronauts landed on the moon during the Apollo 14th mission. Cool.
Yes, indeed.
And this was after the 13th, remember that. So they're still probably shaky, like, hey, we gotta not fuck up again.
Yep. Also, 1985, Hugo Vertre at the time.
1975.
Oh, 1975. Oh, wait. I thought we did that one, 1975.
71.
Oh, 1975, riots broke out in Lima, Peru after the police forces went on strike the day before. This uprising, known locally as the Lismo, was bloody, suppressed by the military dictatorship. Yeah, for that shit.
See, this is exactly what will happen if you defund the police. The police are on strike. Nobody's there, to keep the civilians in check, and then the military has to come in. That's called, well, dictatorship. Right there. It's right in history. Look it up.
Yep.
Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. 10 years later, in 1985, Hugo Verte, at the time the mayor of Rome, and Chedly Kalibi, the mayor of Carthage at that time, met in Tunis to sign a treaty of friendship officially ending the Third Punic War after 2,131 years.
Damn, they were still in war?
Technically, yeah. See, this is the thing with treaties. There's so many different wars that's still going on to this day between countries that don't even exist anymore. But because they occupied the same land, it grandfathered in. So now they have to go out of their way, be like, okay, let's officially end it, so that way it's not, technicalities, politics are
Yeah.
politics are stupid.
Like North Korea, they're still at war with South Korea.
They are. Hold on a second. Nations still at war. Over 1,000 years. Here we go. List of ongoing armed conflicts. Let's see here. Okay, so we have in 1948 internal conflict in Myanmar has been going on and is still going on. It has fatalities in 2022, 1,708. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is just current or past year. No, I want list of conflicts by duration. Well, this requires digging, but there's so many different weird things like that happening. You gotta look for it. It's really interesting. Why don't we jump up ahead 3 years, Mr. Lunk?
Yes, in 1988, Manuel Noriega is indicted on drug smuggling and money laundering charges.
Huh.
Yep.
I don't know who that is. Manuel Noriega.
He was the president, I think the president of Panama. Or the
Former military leader of Panama. Huh. And wait, I think this might tie into that Panama incident we talked about a while ago.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure because this could have probably been a way to like take them down so that way we can regain control because they booted the U.S. out of Panama for a while I think because of that incident.
yeah.
Moving on up to
Also, okay, go ahead. You
no,
can
you
do
take
it.
it.
Also, in 1994, Byron D. Beckwith was convicted of the 1963 murder of civil rights leader Medgar Evers.
Good. Why did it take 30 years? 31 years.
I have no idea.
That's ridiculous. Also in 1994, the Markale massacres occurred in which over 60 people were murdered and with an additional 200 wounded when a mortar shell exploded in the downtown marketplace in Sarajevo.
Ooh,
Why,
that's no good.
why is there a mortar shell there? Obviously left over from some war, but that
Yes,
sucks.
I'm guessing.
And to this day, I think there's still kids in Vietnam getting blown up by landmines and
Yeah, there's
shit.
still, I think they say over 200 unaccounted for landmines.
200?
Well, a big number of landmines still not found in Vietnam still.
You know what? Let me look this up. Unaccounted for land landmines. 2 days later, uh, it's so in the years since the fall of Saigon, over 40,000 Vietnamese have been killed or injured by landmines and unexploded ordnance left behind from that conflict. After heavy rains are plowing, children wander through fields collecting unexploded munitions like toys, oblivious of their lethal power. Well, that's not good. Yeah, it's not good at all.
Nope.
What happened in '97?
In 1997, the so-called Big Three Banks of Switzerland announced the creation of a $71 million fund to aid Holocaust survivors and their families.
Now, see, I just want to bring up a fact. You can call me whatever you want. You can believe me of whatever you want, but Germany paid Israel, an exorbitant amount of money, for Holocaust, reparations, which they should. But when you look at all the foreign aid Israel's getting, what they're doing, they're constantly expanding into Palestine and everything. What has Israel actually given to anybody? Tell me. I'm just asking. I'm not trying to hate. You think I'm hating? I'm not. Like seriously, write it. Link. Write something in the universe. What has Israel actually given back to the world?
Pain.
Moving on up to 2000, Russian forces massacred at least 60 civilians in the Novi Aldi suburb of Grozny, Chechnya. That's not good.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's never good.
No.
Also, in 2004, rebels of the Revolutionary Abattoir Resistance Front captured the city of Gourvenis, starting the 2004 Haiti Rebellion.
I remember that. Like Haiti became a thing on the news for a while.
Yeah.
4 years later, in 2008, a major tornado outbreak across the southern United States killed 57 people. That's a lot of people. I mean, that really sucks. What happened 11 years after that, Mr. Sohan?
Yeah, in 2019,
Yeah.
Pope Francis became the first pope in history to visit and perform papal mass in the Arab Peninsula during his visit to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, remember we reported yesterday that he got there, becoming the first pope to visit the Arabian Peninsula.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 year later, in 2020, which was only 2 years ago, United States President John Trump was acquitted by the U.S. Senate during his first impeachment trial, which was such a giant sack of loaded BS. Oh.
Yeah.
Orange man
Oh,
bad.
yeah. Also in 2021, the police rioted in Mexico City as they tried to break up a demonstration by cyclists who were protesting after a bus ran over one of their one of their one. Oh, yeah,
Oh, oh,
11 police.
one of their own. Sorry.
Yeah, one of their own. 11 police officers were eventually arrested.
Yeah.
Fuck! They
What
arrested the police.
what a clusterfuck of a
Oh,
situation. A bus ran over a bicyclist, and eventually the police get arrested. Okay, how did that play out?
I see what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Wow, the police did it, man. The police were fucking rioting.
yeah.
Wow.
So before we get into the births and deaths today, any articles reach out and grab you?
Pretty much that J.P. Morgan one. Damn.
Yeah, that was big. I'd have
And
to.
also,
Go ahead.
and also, we're finding out how many broken arrows they fucking have. Oh God.
Yeah, yeah. My one was the Punic War, the Third Punic War. Like, could you imagine being at war for 2,131 years?
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
ridiculous.
Holy shit.
So, anyway, getting into the bursts. 976, we have Sanjo, Emperor of Japan. 1626, Marie de Rabutin Chantal, Marquise de Savignon, a French author. 1723, John Witherspoon, a Scottish U.S. minister and academic. I wonder if he's related to Reese Witherspoon.
And no, he is not. He is not related to the Father on Friday, John Witherspoon.
Ah.
Yeah.
We have 1795, William Carl Ritter von Heidinger, an Australian mineralogist, geologist, and physicist. We have 1837, Dwight L. Moody, a U.S. evangelist and publisher, founded Moody Church, Moody Bible Institute, and Moody Publishers. Man, why has he got to be so moody? 1840, John Boyd Dunlop, Scottish businessman, co-founded Dunlop Rubber. Also in 1840, Hiram Maxim, a U.S. engineer, invented the Maxim gun. And if you're watching my stream, Sohen, here's the Maxim gun. You'll recognize this real quick.
Yeah, I know the Maxim gun. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know the name, but I knew about this gun. So,
Yeah. Funny thing is, we used those on Red Dead.
Yeah, you do. 1866, Dunbar Balshala, an Irish politician, third and last Governor General of the Irish Free State.
Damn.
1878, André Citroën, French engineer and businessman, founded Citroën. Okay. We have Eugene Weidmann, German criminal. What did he do? Eugene Weidmann. Well,
I know they selling weed.
or Weidmann.
Wait a minute.
Oh, he was a serial killer and executed by guillotine in France in June 1939. The last public
God.
execution in that country, too. Whoa. Oh, this guy, that's why he was so familiar. Okay, I remember this guy. He was the last one executed via guillotine in France. Okay. Yeah, I saw that picture on my source, and I didn't recognize it. Moving on up to 1943, we have Nolan Bushnell, a U.S. engineer and businessman, founded Atari Incorporated.
Ooh.
Yeah. 1951, Nikolai Merkushkin, Moldovan engineer and politician, the first head of the Republic of Mordovia. 1962, Jennifer Jason Leigh, a U.S. actress, screenwriter, producer, and director. And last but not least, we have 1980, Brad Fitzbach, U.S. programmer, created LiveJournal. Happy birthday to all y'all. Mostly. Not to the serial
Yes.
killer.
Good happy death day for you.
Yeah.
Not. Okay. Also, okay, we're going to deaths now.
Yeah.
In 523, we have Artifice of Vienna, Gallo Roman bishop. And in 1822, we have Salvo Job Edward Pencala, Croatian engineer, invented the mechanical pencil. Ooh, shit.
Thank you, sir. I love using your instruments. They really help me get through school and stuff.
Yeah. Also, in 1941, we have Otto Strandman, Estonian
Lawyer.
lawyer and politician, first Prime Minister of Estonia. That means it's the first.
Yes.
Okay. Also, we have in 1954 Hussein Samuel. Yeah, Samuel.
Samii.
Iran Sami. Okay. Iranian politician, diplomat, writer, and poet. In 1967, we have Leon Learwood Bean, U.S. businessman who founded LL Bean.
Mm-hmm.
And in 1972, we have Marianne Moore, U.S. poet, author, critic, and translator. And in 1976, we have Rudy Pompeii, U.S. saxophonist for Bill Haley and his comments. 2008, we have Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, Indian guru who founded Transcendence Meditation, the power
Transcendental.
within,
Transcendental
transcendental,
meditation. Yeah, I've heard about that. So,
the power within, the power within. Okay, also we have in 2010 Harry Swartz, South
ew.
African law. Wow, ew, it is. South African lawyer, anti-apartheid leader, and diplomat. 13th South African ambassador for to the United States.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for making fun of his name.
Uh,
It's just
that,
in my
it,
blood.
it happens.
But
It
yeah, no,
happens.
like he was a good guy.
Like Dick Lord, Brigadier General Dick Lord,
Yeah. Or Richard Head.
or Dick Pound.
Yeah.
That's a real name, by the way.
Yeah. No, I've seen some pretty crazy names out there. Like personally, like, and I've also seen a lot more online, obviously. But anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. For your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream every day at 5 p.m. Pacific. Or
7 p.m. Central.
or 8 p.m. Eastern. If you don't live in those time zones, do your own math. You can find others at their places of Sohit.
Sohin TV on Twitch.
Yep. And anyway, don't forget to look right and left at your intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe until you see us tomorrow. Toodles.
Toodles!
Let's go, Brandon.